What's the deal? What's the deal? This your boy 18 Willing with another breaking news. Breaking news. Hey, y'all remember when Angie Stone passed away not too long ago, right? Y'all remember the whole story behind it? If you don't, the story was that let's bring that clip up right quick. The story was she had already been in an accident with her Sprinter van. She was going out of town, coming from a show or going to a show. The Sprinter van gets into an accident. They getting out, and guess what? A semi truck hits her. She's already survived this one accident, and then the semi truck, you know, hits her and unalives her. And it was sad. Everybody was shocked, and it was just surprising, that she went that way. But listen to this. Listen to this. This is a follow-up story with that. This is breaking news for the trucking industry because you might be in one of these vehicles and you don't know. You might be in one of these semis and you don't know. So let's go ahead and read the clip off. Family of R&B singer unalive and crashed with semi is suing the trucking company. Not only the trucking company, but they're suing the truck collision avoidance system manufacturer. This is big. This is big because a lot of us in the trucking industry, we're driving these trucks and the company either disabled them themselves because of all of the beeping and the noises and all of that. It distracts the drivers and it also irritates the drivers. So what drivers do is they complain and they tell, yo, let's take that out. But these instruments and avoidance systems really help you avoid accidents. And this is probably, head on of what happened in this case right here. And they not just going for the company, the trucking company that did it. They're going for the truck's collision avoidance system manufacturer. Like this shouldn't be able to happen where you can just manually take these avoidance systems off. So let's go ahead and read this. Let's go ahead and read this, man. This is big because they ain't playing. Her family ain't playing about her. That's how it's supposed to be. So let's read this. Singer Angie Stone was unalived in a crash involving a semi truck in Montgomery County, Alabama, back in March. The resulting lawsuit was filed on Tuesday, September 2nd. According to WSB-TV, the driver of the 2021 Mercedes Sprinter van was riding and lost control on I-65. The driver then overcorrected and caused the van to overturn in the middle of I-65. A semi truck driven by Jared Wilkinson then crashed into the overturned van as the occupants tried to climb out, causing Stone to be trapped beneath the wreckage, where she was found later deceased. It's crazy. Y'all want to go on with it? Because it's sad. If you're working for a company and they're doing all the bypassing all of these systems and stuff, you're gonna be liable for it. They starting to put people in prison for tampering with stuff that this is above your pay grade. When families when they seek like lawsuits and they seek settlements and stuff like that, you got to understand what type of company you're driving for. If they cutting corners, it's probably something that they, you got to do your due diligence. If they cutting corners and you're not aware of it and something happens, you're liable for that as a driver. So I know this driver feeling real bad right now that he's dealing with all of this, knowingly or unknowingly, man. Do your due diligence as a driver, man. And for my people that's out there driving around these semi trucks, y'all actually seeing what you're having a microscope through this content of what's really going on in trucking. And I know it feels unsafe sometimes, but that's trucking, man. It really is. When you come here, I'm giving you the unfiltered, opinion, and I'm also giving you factual information, which I want you guys to comment down in the comment section. But let's go ahead and read on, man. The lawsuit has been filed by Stone's son and daughter, and names the driver and the truck driver and the owner of the van, the trucking company, and the truck manufacturing company responsible for the rig's avoidance collision system. Ooh. Daimler Truck North America LLC3, and Detroit Diesel Corporation. They going after these companies. The suit claims that Wilkerson never hit the brakes before he struck the van and was listening to music on headphones in the moments before the accident. The suit also claims that the collision avoidance system failed to detect the van lying in the roadway and did not alert the driver or trigger any collision avoidance maneuvers as intended. The suit claims that all named companies and both drivers caused the crash through negligence. The family is calling for defendants to cover the cost of the hospital bills, which they should, attorney fees, which they should, damages, which they should, and anything else the judge will award them. Y'all see what's going on? You see that it's drivers out here that's driving with these systems manipulated. I really feel like that, and that's just an opinion. I think, I've seen it. I don't think, but I've seen it. There are times where people bypass the death system, and that's to save on, the money that they putting out for their overhead. I've seen a lot of people put a card in front of the radar that's gauging traffic because it beeps all the time. I've seen that. I've seen people rip out systems. So this could be the case where the avoidance system was ripped out and, it was tampered with. So they're really due for everything that they coming out for, everything that they set for. They do for that. How y'all feel about this story in the chat, man? My condolences to Angie Stone's family. I'm glad that her kids really are, they're trying their hardest and their best to, get their mother's revenge back, for her untimely death. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I would want my kids to do the same thing for me if I was in this situation. I would want them to do the same thing for me, man. She didn't have to go. She actually survived one. And what they're probably going to find out is, something could have been avoided here. And she could have been out here living and talking if, the driver wasn't listening to his headphones. If you got headphones on like this and you're in the truck, take them off because those aren't the right ones. The ones with one is cool. But the ones like this, you can't hear, you can't see. In training, when I was in training, my trainer told me, take those headphones off because they're not the ones that's legal for you to sit here and talk on the phone with. And I'm just like, I thought he was being mean, but he actually was. This is why. This is why. So this is another breaking news with your boy 18 Willing, man. I'm glad y'all here with me. Sub, comment. I need y'all to comment. That's the only way we gonna make this here. Make this. I need y'all to comment. I need y'all to sub. I need y'all to like this content. And we out of here, man, with another breaking news. Breaking news.